Hello, class 11th. Today again I am going to start chapter 11. Topic is theory of supply. This is part 4. In the previous videos I had explained the meaning of supply, supply schedule, supply curve, supply function, law of supply and movement along and shift in supply. So in this way the first part of this chapter that is the concept of supply that has been completely covered. Okay, now in today video we are going to discuss this topic, price elasticity of supply, its meaning and measurement. Okay, first of all, what is price elasticity of supply? So if I'm going to explain it in its my own language, so price elasticity of supply means what? Okay, law of supply, law of supply explains what? It explains that price of X and quantity of X that is supplied, between these two there is positive relation. If price is going to be high, then supply is going to be high. If price is going to be low, then supply is going to be low. Okay, so here we just know about direction of change, that explain both changes in the same direction, but it does not explain exact change. It does not explain exact change. So for this we require a new concept, that is what? That is price elasticity of supply. Price elasticity of supply explain that if there is 10% decrease in the price of commodity, then how much there will be change, how much there will be decrease in the supply of X. So price elasticity of supply exactly tell us how much there will be decrease in supply of X when price is going to be fall, or when price is going to be increased by 10%, so how much there will be increase in the supply of X. So this concept is explained by price elasticity of supply. Okay, so price elasticity of supply measures the degree of extension or contraction in the supply in response to given change in own price of the commodity. In very simple language, price elasticity of supply, what explain? It is explain कि if price is going to be high, so there will be more supply of X good. How much more supply? How much more? So this is explained by price elasticity of supply. Okay, student. Now law of supply tell us only about the direction of change, which supply changes as result of change in own price of commodity. A fall in the price, it's mean there will be fall in the supply. Okay, but if we want to know the exact amount of extension या exact amount of the contraction, so for that we use the concept of price elasticity of supply. Okay, the price elasticity of supply explain us exact change take place when there is fall in the price or there is increase in the price. Okay, now if we talk about the measurement of price of velocity, so there is percentage change method. What is this method? To according to this method, elasticity of supply, elasticity, price elasticity of supply, elasticity of supply is equal to ES. We write it ES is the ratio between percentage change in quantity supplied and percentage change in the price of the commodity. यानी कि we can write percentage change in quantity supplied upon percentage change in price. So this is the equation by which we can calculate the amount of price elasticity of supply, and we can write it in this way. del Q upon del P multiply P upon Q. Okay student. Now, shape of supply curve and elasticity of supply, both are different things. Remember student, these things are not same. Okay, both are different thing. How both are different? So we are going to understand it here. Shape of supply curve indicate the degree of elasticity of supply. Okay, so by the slope we can know कि elasticity of supply is equal to 1, or it is less than 1, or it is greater than 1, or elasticity of supply is equal to 0, or elasticity of supply is infinite. So by shape of supply curve we can explain degree of elasticity of supply. Okay, now assuming the supply curve to be a straight line and positive slope, obviously price of x and supply of x both are related positively. So whenever we are going to draw the diagram, we are going to get the upward sloping positive line. How? Suppose if price is P, the supply is Q. Now price become more, it become P1, the supply is going to be more, Q1. So when this A point and this B point, when we are going to join by a line, so we are going to get a upward sloping positive line. Okay, we can specify these possible situation of elasticity of supply in the following diagram. Yani we can explain, we can state by just seeing the supply curve कि there is less than 1, more than 1, equal to 1, greater than 1. Okay, चलिए start करते हैं. तो this is the first situation when ES is equal to 1. ES is equal to 1 यानी कि unitary elasticity of supply. Okay, so unitary, whenever any curve, it is flatter, steeper, it doesn't matter. If it start from the origin, so whenever supply curve start from the origin, it's mean ES is going to equal to 1. Okay, so no matter what angle it's make, a straight line that shoot from the origin is always, in that case ES is going to 1. Yani here is that ki it is like that. Sorry. Okay, if I draw like that or like this, sorry, this is not correct. Okay. Okay, like that. Okay, so in both the case ES is going to be equal to 1. Why? Because it is started from the origin point. So whenever supply curve shoot from the origin point, so ES is going to be equal to 1. Now more detail about the unitary elasticity. When percentage change in quantity supplied exactly equal to percentage change in price, so in that condition elasticity of supply is going to be equal to 1. Okay, in this case a straight line always started from the origin. Remember, supply curve always going to start from, shoot from origin. Okay, or it is going to upward sloping. So it is a common thing for every. Now here is given, suppose 50% increase in the price, result 50% increase in supply also. So when we put equation, when we put the value on the equation is what? Percentage change in quantity supplied upon percentage change in price. So 50% 50%, when we divide we get 1, yani ES is equal to 1. The one thing by the equation, and by just watching, yeah, but just the shape of supply curve, we can clearly state ki what will be here elasticity of supply. If it started from the origin, so it's mean ES is equal to 1. Okay, here you can see ki supply rises by 5%, 50%, and price also rise by 50%. So it's mean ES is equal to 1. And when we draw it, so what we find, it the supply curve is going to shoot from the origin. Okay. Now the situation is second, when ES is going to be greater than 1. Okay, whenever supply, sorry, oh wait, whenever supply curve is going to start from leave this point from anywhere, so in this case ES is going to be greater than 1. So a straight line supply curve shooting from x axis always, so ES is greater than 1. Okay, and we are not going to thought about the angle. Okay, if it's started from anywhere on OY axis, so it is in that case ES is going to be greater than 1. Okay student, now more explanation. Okay, what is greater than unitary elasticity supply? When percentage change in quantity supplied is greater than percentage change in price. So this is the condition when we find greater than unitary elastic supply. Okay, for example, here price is going to be rise by 50%, but supply increases by 100%. So when we put the value on this equation, percentage change in quantity supplied upon percentage change in price. So 100 by 50. So when we divide we get 2. So 2 is greater than 1. It's mean here is greater than 1. Yeah, it is more elastic. Okay. So price is 10, supply is 100. When price is 15, supply is 200. So here you can see that price increases by 50% and quantity supplied increases by 100%. So when we put what we get 2, and 2 number is greater than 1, yani here is more elastic. Yeah, it is greater than 1. Okay. So in this case a straight line is going to start from OY axis. Okay. Now next is less than unitary elastic supply. So less than is what? In this case percentage change in quantity supplied is going to be less than percentage change in price. नेम क्लियर इट्स मीनिंग, यानी कि जो चेंज सप्लाई में होने वाला है वो प्राइस की कंपेयर में क्या होगा? कम होगा. सो हियर यू कैन सी कि व्हेन प्राइस इंक्रीजेस बाय 50%, ओके, बट sorry, here is taken the example that price increases by 100 and supply increases by 50. So when we are going to write the value on the equation, percentage change in quantity supplied upon percentage change in price, so 50 upon 100, so we are going to get 0.5, so it's mean less than 1. In this case supply curve is always start from O axis, so start from O axis, so whenever it start from O axis ES is going to be less than 1. okay, it is not, जब भी origin से start ना हो के O axis के किसी भी point से start होगा तो ES is going to be 1, और OY axis पे start होगा तो greater than 1, origin से start होगा तो equal to 1. okay student, now infinite elasticity of supply. So it refer to a horizontal straight line supply curve. Okay, here price is going to be constant and at this given price there is unlimited supply of the good. It happen in the case of perfect competition. You can see कि there is no change in price, no change in price. Okay, but infinite supply. Okay, so this case is what? Perfectly elastic. Okay, price there is no change but supply is continuously increasing. Okay, so ES is infinite, even a small change in price will cause an infinite change in the quantity. If price fall below the OS, supply become 0. तो इससे नीचे अगर प्राइस जाएगा तो सप्लाई बिल्कुल ही 0 हो जाएगी. ओके, सो व्हेन देयर इज अ हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन ES is going to be infinite. Now here you can see कि price is 10, now price is 20, supply is 100, now 150. okay, it is by mistake I had pick up this diagram, sorry. Okay, now factor affecting the price elasticity of supply. तो फर्स्ट इज़ नेचर ऑफ द कमोडिटी, पेरिसेबल गुड्स, यानी वो गुड्स जिनकी लाइफ जो होती है वो कम होती है, दे कांट स्टोर फॉर मेनी डेज, तो सच गुड्स लाइक वेजिटेबल फ्रूट्स, ओके, दे कैन नॉट बी स्टोर्ड, तो सच टाइप ऑफ गुड्स in that case supply is going to be less elastic. Durable good like furniture, TV, तो elasticity is going to be more, okay, तो more elastic. Now time period, in market period are very short period of time, perfectly inelastic. Like जैसे today if you want to increase the production of milk, curd, vegetable, anything today, so it is not possible. In short period of time, less elastic. We can increase the production by changing the variable factor, okay. In long period we can make the change in all the factor, in this way we can make the change in the scale of the production. Now technique of production, if we are using simple technique, okay, so there will be elastic supply क्योंकि any can start to do the production, but if you are using complex technique तो in elastic supply. So for example production of chair, furniture. On the other hand complex technique like production of phone, mobile, car, okay. So you, okay, next is natural concentrant, like if production depend upon natural thing, so in this case supply is going to be inelastic. Like agricultural product, we can't increase the production of wheat and rice according to the price, it depend upon the nature, okay. Now goods which do not have natural concentrant, elastic, like all manufacturing good, you can increase its production according to the demand. Now risk taking, if entrepreneur are willing to take risk, the supply will be more. Like developed country, more people are ready to open to set up their own firm, so there are more supply of goods and services. If entrepreneur are not ready to take the risk, the supply will be less. Like in India and underdeveloping and developing country, there are very least number of entrepreneur, so there, that is why there is least supply of goods, okay. Now nature of input, if production, if factor of production are easily available, the supply is going to be more elastic, okay. Like handloom goods, okay, so इसकी सप्लाई ज़्यादा होती है क्योंकि कोई भी कहीं भी इसका प्रोडक्शन कर सकता है. If we use specialized factor of production, तो supply is going to be inelastic, like phone, mobile, okay. Cost of production, if law of diminishing apply या increasing law of increasing return apply या diminishing cost apply, तो supply will be more, okay. If diminishing return will apply, तो it will be less elastic, okay. So one thing I want to explain here. So first situation, if it started from the origin, so ES is going to be equal to 1. If ES start from any on O axis, start from O axis, so in this case ES is going to be less than 1. If supply is going to be start from anywhere on OY axis, so in this case ES is going to be greater than 1. If supply curve is horizontal straight line, so in this case ES is going to be equal to 0, and if ES is going to be vertical line, okay, so ES is going to be, sorry, here it is infinite, okay, here it is infinite, okay, here it is infinite, and here it is going to be 0, okay, no change. Price is decreasing or increasing, but supply is same. Like agricultural product, okay, we can't change immediately it, okay. So thank you for today's student.